Hey Rose, want to grab a drink?
Your happiest hour of the week starts now.
Sit back, relax, and enjoy because the drinks are on us. Welcome back to Drinks on Us. I'm Riley.
And I'm Rose. We're so happy you joined us for happy hour. We are back yet again for another episode. I know we'll dive into it more, but we're filming when we normally don't, and it's feeling weird.
It feels so weird. Like I am so in my Monday routine of filming the pod. And so any day that's not Monday, I'm like, wait, how do I do this? What do I do? Where am I?
It makes me feel like it's a Monday.
Yeah.
I'm like, is it Monday night? No. But anyways, I'm really excited for this episode. I think one of our most popular subjects that the Do Crew or anyone listening watches is just things about the wedding, marriage era of our lives, because we obviously started this after we were both married. And there's so much to talk about when it comes to weddings and all of that fun stuff. So for today's main segment, we're going to talk about what it means and how you really can accumulate the perfect vibe for your wedding, because that really sets the tone for everything else. And some of that comes with the big main choices that you make for your wedding. So we're going to chit chat about that. I think it'll be really beneficial. I think I would have loved to hear something like this if I was in the wedding planning era of my life. So that's what you can expect from our main segment. Before we do, Rye, what do you have in your cup tonight or today?
Today, I am drinking another recess drink. This is a new flavor for me. It's lime citrus, and it tastes like Sprite. I'm very much a fan. I did my first taste test. So I'm filming a Patreon vlog today of what I eat in a day. So my taste test is going to be on the Patreon, but I do like it.
I thought you were drinking a Starry.
Oh.
That's what it looks like.
Did we talk about how Sierra Mist is now called Starry?
I think we did. I don't know if it was on the podcast, but I'm almost positive this isn't true. But if it is, I'm just going to say it. There's like a girl named Sierra Mist that like tried to like copyright it or something. And maybe that's why they changed it.
Really?
I think it's fake, but I fell for it. Like her name is literally Sierra Mist.
Well, like, why do you have to go and ruin a good thing, Sierra? Miss Sierra.
I know. And I have a hard time believing. I hate the new, like the Starry packaging makes me not want to drink it. I don't know why. It's giving Mountain Dew.
I've never even seen Starry in person, or maybe I have and I just didn't realize, but like, I'm sorry. I'm such a Sierra Mist girl. It's like so nostalgic. And for it to go from Sierra Mist, which is like light and airy, to Starry.
I know. So
like,
is Sierra Mist the Pepsi version?
I thought Sierra, wait, what do you mean?
Like Sprite versus Sierra Mist, Pepsi versus Coke? Like, do we know? I
don't know. But Sierra Mist is definitely not Sprite.
Sprite is elite for me.
It is, but like, there's nothing like a cool, crisp Sierra Mist if the place doesn't have Sprite.
No,
like,
I agree. I'm not picky.
Whose idea was Starry? It doesn't do it for me.
I know, and there's something about the packaging that makes it feel more dew, like you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like more artificial. If that's
like it's giving Mountain Dew.
Yeah, it's just giving more yellow, more potent, more toxic.
No thanks.
Yeah. Well, I'm having a big moment here for what's in my cup. So we're filming at a time where caffeine's appropriate still, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And I saw this girl on TikTok, and I told you guys this like a million times, but everything about this pregnancy is like, if I see it and it looks good, like that's my craving. Like that's what I need. And she made this brown sugar cinnamon latte at home. She made the syrup, like she was doing the most. And I thought about like the full blown syrup, but it looked so good. And I don't know. I'm just like, it doesn't sound bad. And so Ryan made me a brown sugar cinnamon latte. It's only a single shot, so that's why it's like small. But I thought I'd try it for you guys live.
I'm so excited. Here's her first taste.
Tastes great.
Yay! I was like so nervous that you would not like it.
And that's how it is. Sometimes it'll go down great. Other times, a few sips in, I'm like, no thanks. Other times I like think about it and then actually having it is not. But I did bring up my water too because I just wanted to make sure I had options.
Wait, I'm so happy. And now that you like saw it and you had it, you won't be like craving it every second anymore.
Yeah. Yeah. It's definitely not what the girl had by any means. Like hers was amazing. And there's this place in Louisville that's making banana bread lattes.
Where? Quills?
No, Synergos. Have you ever been?
Mm-mm.
They have really like good specialty. Like they have like a Samoa, like toasted coconut one that was really, really good that I loved. Will you be traveling to Louisville for Cade's baseball or no? Like, do they?
No.
They don't head there. So yeah, I would tell you more details, but it's just going to make you sad that we don't have it.
Shoot, banana bread sounds good.
I know. So anyways, that's what's in my cup. What did you do this weekend? Or what are you doing this weekend?
I know. It's like funny. Like it is the weekend. So Cade's away. He's coming home tonight though. Oh. I went to this really cute girly place on Friday with my friend, and they only sell like fancy bougie cocktails and snacks like charcuterie board, popcorn. And it was so cute and fun and like the perfect thing to do with your girlfriend. And like, we're literally just girls. All we want is a cute drink and a snack. So
girl coded there. Like a guy, it's kind of giving champagnery.
Yes.
Like Ryan could be happy to never go. And I love every second of it.
Yeah. It's not as elevated as champagnery. Like this place is very Kent, Ohio, but for living in Kent, like it's great.
Yeah. So what was your vibe?
What did I get?
Yeah. Like what drink and snacks?
Oh, I got this really yummy, cool and refreshing cocktail. It had gin in it, which I usually am not a gin girl, but you couldn't really taste it. It was like cucumber melon. There was like a honeydew scoop in it, like a little ball of honeydew. It was so good. I would definitely get it again. And then we got like fancy rosemary popcorn and a charcuterie board.
That's perfect. Actually, like when I'm in the mood, I love gin, but I have to be in the mood.
Yeah, I did not mind it at all. But that's really like the only thing I did this weekend. What did you do?
I really didn't do much either. I don't have much to report on. I'm trying to think of like anything worth reporting on. Something I did since we filmed last is I got my nails and toes done for maybe the last time before the baby.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I got just like I believe it was bubble bath with a chrome on it. So it's just like a nice neutral. And then I did a pastel yellow on the toes. But yeah, we're really just kind of in that trying to get some things off of our to-do list, but also just chill. And that's really it. Like I don't have too much to report on. Yeah, kind of boring. Sorry, guys.
How's the nub life treating you?
Nub? Oh. It sucks.
Really?
I mean, my nails grew so fast last time.
Yeah.
And it was so sad to be like, yes, cut down.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, but I think I'm used to it. And I'm hoping that once I'm not like holding on to inflammation, then maybe it's like doesn't feel as chody nubby.
Yeah. For the record, I don't think that you have nub nails, but you called them that. So that's why I asked.
I just did not know what you were talking about for a second. But it is really sad. My Oura ring, well, I've just been wearing my like athletic wedding band,
Oh, like, yeah.
But my Oura ring's getting tough to get on.
Really?
Yeah, I just had to charge it this morning and it was quite the adventure getting it on again.
Wait, are you like scared it's going to get stuck?
No, because if I just put a little water on my finger, it comes off.
Okay, good.
But I'm like, I got to make it through. I want the stats of like
Yeah.
the other
We're such
stuff.
stat girls.
Yeah. I just like to know, you know?
Knowledge is power. Before we started filming, I was looking at our Instagram DMs on Drinks on Us, and someone sent us the Poppy cans, and the labels had different ingredients, like different things on the back. And so Pepsi is getting right down to business. And can they just like stop?
Okay. I'm going to post, when this episode airs, I'll post the video I saw on Drinks on Us, because I saw a video of this girl. And you know what? I have to look at when she posted it, because a part of me thinks it's before we even knew about Pepsi. Like, I wonder if Poppy was making changes. Like, I don't know. I don't want to put like things out that aren't true. But anyways, she kept saying that she loved the orange Poppy, and that's like one of our favorites. So I was like, oh, I'm hooked. What's up? And she said that she just put it on auto ship on Amazon, and those cans that came, she was like, it started just tasting different. And then she went to the store. I want to say it was possibly Whole Foods or Target that she went to, but don't quote me on it. And she was like, oh, this is the OG flavor. Like, I can taste the difference. And so she took one of the Amazon, like newer ones, took one of the other ones, poured them out. The OG one was clear. The new one was like sunny D colored. And the ingredients on the back were different, like more juice, a couple different things like that changed about it. And she had like realized it. I've like had moments where I'm like, this tastes a little different, but not enough to like think that it actually did change.
It's crazy that it can happen that fast. And I'm very intrigued because I feel like we have our eyes on this now. So we're going to spot, like, I feel like normally when a brand takes over, like, you don't really realize the little things that change. But I feel like everyone has their eyes on this. And I want to pull up the screenshot because we can post this too on our Instagram. But I want to see exactly.
Yeah, what did they say?
Okay, so the old one, 25 calories. The new one, 30 calories.
Okay, that's fine for me.
Old one.
Was it less juice percentage? Or higher juice percentage?
Both 3% juice.
Okay.
Wait, there was like something else. Oh, one of them has like 1 more gram of sugar. So it's like very minute things, but they are changing it. And why?
I don't know. On a brighter note, someone, I think it was Blaine, told us about the toast talking about Poppy, and it really did give me some positivity to think about in terms of, I mean, obviously anyone would be silly to not go for this deal. Like, so I'm taking no fault of the owners of Poppy for doing this, but
yeah,
I'm like, is this going to be available at the movie theaters and like at restaurants and stuff? Because if so, that's fun for us. I love that.
I agree. I think it will be more accessible, but also it was kind of fun when you had Poppy somewhere. Like, it was like a one-off thing. Like, I don't know. It's just, it's different. It's good. It's bad. It's all the things.
I know. And I'm also curious, will we lose the ability to really get all like these new, fresh, limited time drop flavors? Or like, is it just going to be these like the core sodas and the core juices that like we're used to already? Because I still haven't seen the cream soda anywhere in my town. And apparently it's already gone. Like, it's no longer. Like, it was like a limited drop, kind of like the cranberry fizz or whatever. And I'm like, well, I never even saw it. So thanks.
I know. I haven't seen it either. Such a bummer.
I don't know. It'll be interesting, but don't worry. Riley and I have our eyes out for it. And you guys got to keep us updated too. We have to stick together.
Yeah, we are sticking together. Well, should we get into what's in our cart?
Let's do it.
Okay. I want to tell you about something, Rose, that is like magic. And I just want to preface, it is not clean. Okay. But sometimes like things just need the hard chemicals.
I agree.
So both of our sinks, I think, are the same material, like porcelain, right?
Yeah, I think I know what you're going to say. And I'm going to cry because if it's the same thing, I literally used it last week.
Barkeeper's Friend?
Yes.
How did you find out about it?
Ryan's mom got me hooked on it when we first moved into our Louisville house. And she was like, you need this.
Yes.
And I used it all the time. A little too late in our last one because I didn't have like a barrier. So it was scratched. But it is so good. But remember, sorry to cut you off, but remember, let's talk about after you explain it to people in case they don't know what it is, Blaine's experience with her sink and Barkeepers.
I don't know hers.
I'll tell you after, but tell everyone about it first.
Well, now I'm scared.
No, it's not bad. It's just critical to pay attention to the directions.
Oh, God. Okay. So when we moved into this house, I had never had like a white porcelain sink. Like my sink at the last house was like stainless steel, I think. So it like didn't show scratches as much. And I panicked in this house because like having a white sink is very risky. Like the pans scratch it. And my mom told me about Barkeeper's Friend. And I guess people who like redid their countertops at her house, they were like, you've got to use this stuff. It's like our best friend. Like not a lot of people know about it. And so I thought I was like in on a big secret, but apparently everyone knows about it. But it works really well with getting scratches, stains, food, literally anything off. I want to use it in my shower on like pesky grout.
I bet it would be great with like a toothbrush.
Yeah. But what happened with Blaine?
Okay. So, we would have to snap her to like refresh the memory of the details, but I remembered she poured it and she left it too long.
Oh.
And it left like marks on her sink. Cause it like, it didn't get, you know how you like you can sit what, 5 minutes, 10 minutes. I sometimes even just pour it and then I just go right away. But I think she like got distracted and it like stained her sink or something, or her pots or pans. It was like kind of trash.
That is tragic.
But it's amazing and I love it. And I need it I needed it because I was like, oh my goodness, like our sink, I can just tell it needed brightened up. But do you have a like barricade, like grid?
I don't.
You should get one.
I really should. I don't know why we don't. I mean, it didn't come with one.
Neither did mine, but I got one because I was too paranoid that I would mess it up and then be like, then what? You know, how do you get a deep scratch where it's like penetrating the porcelain? Like, I think the Bars Keeper is nice for like surface level, but is it getting like an actual nick?
I don't know. I don't have any luckily yet. Did you just measure your sink and order it? Like off, like where'd you get it? Amazon. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, I wanted to link that because I actually just had to restock on it and I got a different one. I used to have the powder and this one I have is like a liquid.
Oh, let me know what you think of the liquid. I'm a powder.
Yeah. I like it so far. And then I also just restocked my Messy Eater stain remover. Miracle worker. I literally just used it today.
Right. We're on such the same wavelength. I literally placed an Amazon order for that yesterday. The big honker tonk.
You got the honk. I didn't.
I love it.
Because I don't go through it all that fast.
I just got it for, I feel like I'm going to fly through it now.
Yeah. I love it.
It's the best.
And then, I wanted to link Hydro Jug sent me their new like patterned with strawberries on it. It's so cute. And I wanted to say, because we were just talking about how much we're obsessed with the Brewmate ones. It's literally Brewmate. It's the same exact thing, except the straw like goes down, which I love.
Is it still silicone up top?
It's hard. It's not soft up top.
What, silicone?
I think so.
Just like a hard silicone? Like, it's not metal.
No, it's not metal. But yeah, I love it. It's like same shape, same everything, except the straw can like compact.
Nice. Does it lock?
I don't know yet.
Okay, let us know. It's adorable. It was giving me Emily Kaiser, so you can flick flack now.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Now I can do the flick flacks. But that's everything that's in my cart. What's in yours?
Okay, so what's in my cart is first I'll start out with the fun stuff. The last one's fun, but it's more like niche to my season of life. I think you might have this. I could be wrong, but I want to get the L'Occitane hand cream.
Oh, yes, you should.
The silver tube.
Yep, I have it in my nightstand and I do it every night, especially like the weather here is so weird. My hands are getting dry again.
Oh, I heard at least in Louisville, I don't know if Ohio is the same, that it's like cold again.
Yeah, we went back to winter.
Oh, so this is truly the final stretch.
I hope so. I said that last time, I think.
Yeah, but this time it's like never, well, I'm not going to say never, but it's okay. It's okay. You're going to get through it.
We will, but you'll love it. I don't love like the smell of it, but like it is just so like rich.
Is yours the silver smell or the silver one? Okay. I want it because I feel like I'm going to be using so much hand sanitizer and like washing my hands extra. And I'm like, I hate the feeling of dry hands. So I thought that would be nice. And while I'm at Sephora, I want to get the Summer Friday jet lag eye masks. They came out with eye patches.
Oh, love. You'll have to give us a review. I feel like that's something I would definitely try.
I will, because I love the jet lag mask. Have you used the jet lag mask?
I've used it in a sample.
Okay.
And I remember like not being obsessed, but like I didn't hate it.
Same thing happened to me. I thought their sample, like, I don't know if it was the packaging or like something about the sample like didn't hit for me. But I always loved having the jet lag after, just like a very calming mask. Like it wasn't doing the most, but it was just like a nice self-care that was safe, if that makes sense.
I forget. Do you wash it off or do you just keep it on?
You can do either.
Okay.
Yeah. It depends. Like during winter in Louisville, I would keep it on through the night sometimes, like just put a little bit. Other times I would just wear it like a mask, but it's like clear, like once you rub it in. So you don't have to. So yeah, I was excited about that. Packaging's super cute, of course.
Of course.
So I think I'm going to run to Sephora this week and grab those two things. And then the last thing is either on Target or Amazon. I need to find, it could be pajamas, but I'm more thinking like lounge, dark colors of like something I can have early days postpartum, but maybe even like wearing home from the hospital, because everyone's like, wear something dark. And like,
why dark?
Because like you might bleed through a little.
Oh. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, everyone's like dark PJs and like a dark going home outfit. And because like if you're going home, a lot of times you're still like wearing a full blown diaper.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. I just never really thought about it.
No, I know. And I realized I don't have a lot of dark. Like I have gray and cream. And so I'm bringing our jail PJs for sure from M's. You know? I
love the jail PJs.
I love them. And so then I'm like, well, I don't know. I'm going to want something that's like very not tight and dark. And I don't really have a two-piece where and I want it to be light because I don't think like a sweater and like, I don't know. I want it to be pretty specific what I'm looking for. So I just figured I'd link it because obviously a lounge set is great for anyone, but if you're in this season, it's extra great. So anyways.
That is so crazy. Like that's the point where you're at. And like looking for something that specific, it kind of gives me butterflies.
I know. That's one thing I did this weekend is started packing my hospital bag.
What?
Yeah.
Wait, can you do a hospital bag? Like what's in my bag?
Yeah, of course. So I'll film that. It's not complete. I have a few things. We went to the store to like get a bunch of snacks, which was fun. But Ryan was the one who was like, I think you should just like start packing it just in case. Like, I don't think
he's such a good dad already.
If you're in early labor, like you're not going to want to be throwing stuff in a bag. It's hard though, because some of the stuff you use on the day to day, but I will say there's like a lot more work that goes into it than you'd think. So even if I have like 85% of it packed and then the last 50% is like, in the moment. So yeah, I'll do that. That'll be a fun one.
You should. Wait, that just reminded me because I think on the podcast we were saying how like historically they say your first one goes a little later. I was at dinner with my mom the other day and somehow we were on this topic and she told me that I came 2 weeks early. She said her back was hurting. She thought she had a kidney stone. She had no idea she was in labor.
What?
Isn't that crazy? So I almost was a 96 baby. That's what I was supposed to be because I came early. I was born in 95.
Literally by the skin of your teeth.
Literally by like half a day.
What? Do you know what time of day you were born?
I actually don't.
Okay. That's so weird that you brought that up because that is the only reason that I am like in my head about going early is my mom went early for all 3 of us.
That's so crazy.
And I don't know if it's hereditary, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
how do we know?
I don't know. Maybe I should like look it up, but I feel like everything is so per mom, per kid, per pregnancy. So I'm trying not to like get in my head. Obviously there's like little things that are happening, but a lot of the stages of like things that are happening, you look it up and it's like labor could be near as in days, hours, or weeks. I'm like, well, yeah,
perfect.
Well, I'm in that frame regardless, you know? So everyone's like, you'll know when it's the real thing.
Yeah.
I think that's crazy that Jill thought it was a kidney stone before labor.
Yeah. I guess like, yeah, 2 weeks, you're not expecting it, but I feel like you're so prepared.
Yeah. I think like if the baby were to come like any day, I would be okay. Like there's definitely things that I'd love to get done or clean, but like it's not the end of the world. Like we have the car seats installed, like the bases installed, and we have the necessities. You know, the other stuff is just extra.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Crazy. I did get I would put this on like what's in our cart, but it's very niche. I don't know if I know I showed you and Blaine like the outfit that we're going to use for the announcement.
I love it.
I ordered like a girly hat and a boyish hat to put on their head. I was going to do like, I had a little hat and then a bow for the girl, but the bow, I totally did not read the size. It's literally made for about Nash's age right now.
Oh, it's huge.
It's huge. It's actually hard to find for what I'm looking for. I like can't find what I want, but if the baby comes out vaginally, sorry, TMI, if people listening, I think a hat might be a little nice anyway if things are a little deformed at first. So
yeah.
I got all that came in the mail this weekend. So I'm like, all right, I'm ready.
Wait, that reminded me. You put on your story a couple of days ago. What's your vote, boy or girl? Rose, I couldn't vote.
It was 50-50 dead ass down the center.
I literally couldn't even vote. I was like, I'll come back to it. Like, I don't know. I was thinking boy for so long, and now I'm like,
we're the same, and we have the same brain. So I think that's why we're on the same wavelength with it.
It's crazy.
I don't know. I really don't.
That makes it so much more exciting.
I will genuinely be so happy and like not like surprised or shocked either way, because I'm like, I'll be surprised. I will be surprised or shocked because I don't know what it is so much. Like,
yeah,
it's truly going to be such a surprise. Where I think Ryan's like, I will be so happy if it's a girl, but I'll be shocked. Like he thinks he's like so convicted that it's a boy.
He is.
Like he just like has like, I don't know what it is, like a gut feeling. And like I was talking to my brother and sister-in-law and like they didn't find out for Nora, but they said halfway through, they were like, we know it's a girl. Like they just knew.
And
like,
you don't know, but Ryan thinks he knows. Yeah.
So like they went in like being like, we would be shocked out of our mind if it was a boy, but like they went in with like a really strong, this is our top girl name. And they were like not even that stressed about the boy name. And they weren't like convicted in a boy name, but they like weren't worried because they like knew it was a girl.
That is so wild.
And like that's kind of where like Ryan's pretty like thinks. So it'll be fun if he's like shocked because I mean I think we'll be in shock regardless, but you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
So anyways, that's so interesting for Jill. I'm gonna look up the hereditary. I'll let you guys know what I come back with.
Okay, let us know. Well, should we get into the main segment?
Yes.
Before we do so, I want to let you guys know today's episode is brought to you by Armra. If you are an avid Dew listener, you know Rose and I are obsessed with all things health and wellness. We've been taking Armra colostrum for over a year now and truly stand behind all of the health benefits of colostrum, from immunity defense to hair growth and skin radiance, empowering fitness performance, plus so much more. It's such an easy habit to add to your morning routine, and I know we both have our husbands on it as well. Literally anytime Cade is feeling like a little something coming on, he's like, panicked, I need Armra. I'm like, okay, add it to your smoothie. So we worked out a special offer where Dew listeners receive 15% off of their first Armra order. Go to tryarmra.com/Dew15 or enter Dew15 to get 15% off of your first order. That's TRYARMRA.com/Dew15. Thank you, Armra, for sponsoring this episode. It's going to be such a fun one talking about weddings and how to pick the perfect vibe of your wedding. I feel like it's hard because of many, many things, but there's so much inspo and so much content out there that, like, at least for me, I feel like I was taking from so many different things that it almost like it was overwhelming. Like, where do you even begin?
I agree, because even if you like want to go in one direction or like you think you have a certain vibe, but you're like saving things like all over the board, it's tough because then you're like, this is like contradicting like the vibe that I'm going for.
Right.
So I think the most important place to start is to just get lost in Pinterest. And I would almost, if there are a couple vibes, like, I don't know, for example, maybe someone's like, I really want timeless, classic, very black and white, like just white roses and, you know, very traditional. But like then a part of them is like, oh, colors would be so fun. And maybe like make 2 boards of different vibes and then like keep looking at them and see like what one feels more you. And you could even, I mean, it depends on like the situations and circumstances, but I think sometimes when you start venue shopping and looking around and figuring out like, where are you getting married? Like state-wise. Okay, now you're looking at venues. What goes with the, like if you fall in love with a venue, maybe then you can pick the vibe that makes more sense. But I don't know. How do you think you kind of went about it? Oops.
Well, something that really stuck with me, and it was what my wedding planner had told me. She was like, go on Pinterest and save everything you like wedding-wise, from the florals to dresses to venue, everything. And then go back through and see like what the common denominator is. Like, do you like light and airy? Do you like dark and moody? Do you like modern? Do you like vintage? So I feel like exactly what you said, starting with Pinterest, seeing like what the vibe is that you're saving mindlessly, because then you'll be able to really hone in. And then speaking on venue, I feel like that's one of the most important things to do like early on is secure your venue. But before doing that, I would make a checklist of everything you want. Like I knew for my wedding, I wanted everything to be at the same place. Like no one had to get it in their car and drive or like figure out any logistics. It was like the ceremony was there, then you walk to cocktail hour, then you walk to the reception, and you can stay, sleep over at the venue if that's what you want. So I feel like knowing a checklist of what you want. Do you want an outdoor ceremony? Do you want indoor? There are so many different options. Yeah. And so I feel like you have to kind of go in with a vision. I mean, obviously you have to be flexible. Nothing's going to be absolutely perfect, but you kind of have to be decisive.
I think it's a perfect combination of, to your point, like figuring out what you like via Pinterest. And like, I liked your advice of like, just save mindlessly. Like if it calls you in any sort of way, like just save it and you can look back. Cause even when I like, before I was engaged or when I was like early on, I would just like save stuff. And then later I'd be like, why did I save this?
Yeah,
Same. But like, in the moment you thought it was like cute or whatever. And then you feel that much more convicted in what you do pick. But I think when you have a vibe, if you're not decisive in your vibe, and there are, like I was saying before, like traditional versus like more trendy or colorful or whatever the case may be, I think then venue shopping, because to me that is the biggest next step that can help you determine or make your decision. Because for example, like yours and my venue, like our vibe for our wedding, I feel like was so heavily inspired by the venue.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I just can't imagine your wedding had you done like a bright, bold color in that space. Like, it just, your venue, and that was really important to you to like have everything at one standing place. So maybe you toured 5-6 venues, but maybe 3 of them you had to go to a ceremony at a different spot. So like, then your venue starts to help you make your decision on your vibe.
Exactly. And I think going off of that, like making sure everything is cohesive. So once you've booked your venue and you kind of like know what style you're going for, carry that style through from the invites to the florals to the bridesmaids dresses. I loved what you did, Rose, with your bridesmaid dresses, how you kind of pulled colors from where you knew you would be taking photos and like everything was just so cohesive. So I feel like it can be easy to kind of deviate when you see something trendy on another wedding and you're like, oh, wait, I want to do that. But then it's like, it kind of throws everything off if you're going a whole different direction in one realm.
I totally agree. I think I remember like there being this like colorful, like pinky, you know, those like really popular, like pinky purple flowers that are like planted in the ground.
Yeah.
So our venue was like very modern, like timeless in the sense like it was just like white and creams and greens and stuff like that. So I felt like the vibe was like really being set for us. Like I feel like to encompass what vibe Ryan and I went with was kind of like an earthy, romantic, timeless vibe. Like there was more warmth to then like just black and white, but it didn't have much color, maybe like a little bit. Like greens, you know what I mean? Like neutral. And for one moment, I'm like, oh, but like these flowers at the venue, like that were in the ground by the ceremony, they like kept calling me. I'm like, should I do like that in my like florals? And I was so happy. Like my wedding planner was just like, no, like it's just, you're clearly have like a vibe and like this just like totally contradicts it. And so it helps, like, even if you get that idea of like wanting to go a certain direction, it's so much better off to have a very cohesive start to finish. And to Riley's point, like I'm trying to think what's like a, not bows, because bows I think are pretty timeless, but what's something that's super trendy that people are doing at what, like maybe cherries. Like, well, if cherries don't make sense to like have on your invites and like your color scheme because you're doing more, I don't know, whatever the case may be. That's like a really random, or like the era of like pampas and like dried stuff. Like if you're going to go that route, like go all the way in because you want it to look cohesive. But I do think your venue plays such an important role in your vibe. So I always felt like I tell brides a lot, like once you get your venue, you'll feel so much better because it really just sets the tone for everything.
Right, exactly. Like even coloring, time of year, like all of these things should play a factor in your decisions if you care about like making a cohesive theme, because you want your guests to like feel some type of way the whole time. And like, I feel like having those little details and everything match cohesively, it just like pulls everything together for the perfect wedding. And if you have a wedding planner, if you don't have a wedding planner, I feel like you can execute it either way.
And I think too, even down to like dresses for you and or the bridesmaid, like I think knowing what my venue was definitely helped influence like the style of dress. Not that a dress is like a very vibe, but there are definitely dresses that could lean more boho, could lean more timeless or grand. So I think even down to having your venue and vibe kind of solidified before you dress shop and before you like pick your color scheme. Like I think your color scheme is so important. Like what bridesmaids are wearing, your florals, your save the date even. I think people can get a little bit more creative on save the date because those can kind of be sent out before you've like honed things in, but your actual invite should be a glimpse into what you want people to feel, to your point.
Exactly. Like you want your invite to be the first thing that people see, and like that sets the tone, in my opinion.
I agree.
What else? I want to see if I wrote down any other thoughts I wanted to share.
I think just thinking about like what you want people to feel and what you want to feel when you look back on your wedding. Now, us being 3-4 years removed, it's like, okay, what do you want to feel as far as, do you want it to be timeless? Do you want to feel that earthiness? Did you want to feel like pink and bubbly or lovey? I don't know. Whatever. Like, I just kept saying, like, I want it to feel romantic and I want it to feel timeless, but still have warmth to it. Like, those are like the 3 things that I kept coming back to. Like, do you have a couple words that you kept wanting people to feel when you were thinking of your vibe?
I remember my planner had like called my theme something. It was romantic something. I don't know what, but same thing, like candles everywhere. Like I feel like candles really set the tone. And I also knew I wanted everything to be pretty classic across the board. Just so that you can look back and it's like still, it's not like so trendy that you're like, oh, why did I do that? You know, but that even if you want something trendy, like that's fine too.
But like, then fully go there. Or if you want it to be very timeless and traditional, but you like want little moments where it's, I guess, a little bit more trendy, maybe do it in little things like a moment at the dessert bar or something with your signature drink or something like that's not one of the staple items, like your venue, your dress, your colors, your florals, like more of like the little, not forgettable things, but that you and the groom will remember.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. Was there anything about your wedding that you like would have done differently?
As far as vibe?
Yeah.
I think the only thing I would have done is, which is really hard because my color for the bridesmaid was really specific. Like I wanted it to be like that muted satin. I would have let them like would have let you all pick like whatever dress you wanted.
Like style?
Yeah.
But same color?
I don't know. Or just like a cohesive, like muted green. But I just don't even know because of how specific that color was if that would have even been possible. But I do love the look of everyone's personality coming out in their dress. And like if yours would have had like a bow on it or like someone like ruffles. So I don't know. Maybe that's like one thing where I do see girls with like all different. I'm like, oh, that's cute. Like, I wonder if I should have done that. But I don't know. I think for both you and me, for like the bridesmaid side, both of our dresses were really flattering for both, like for everyone, I think.
Yeah, I was really happy with both. Speaking of your bridesmaid's dress, did we tell everyone what Blaine did for your baby shower?
I don't know if we did. Oh my gosh, you guys, it's so funny because I literally lost it I guess people would have seen it on your Patreon.
Yeah.
If you guys aren't a Patreon member, one of our best friends, Blaine, made our baby. It literally can make me cry just telling it. But it's like a cute little bunny. And on the one side, it's the fabric from the bridesmaid dress. And it's the cutest note that's like, just like, I remember this night with like your mom and dad. And like now they're going to like, you're going to have this like memory. It's so cute. I literally could make me cry. It was like one of the most meaningful things I've ever gotten in my life.
So meaningful, so thoughtful.
So cute. And it worked perfect because obviously green, we don't know the gender. And like, yeah, it really hit home for me.
And you're such a sentimental person. Like that was the perfect thing for you. And I think moving forward, like someone else, like steal that idea. It is so cute and special. And like for your baby to have something from your wedding, like, oh, that was the best.
No, it literally kills me. And it just will always be like a nice reminder too. Like if that truly becomes like their lovey or stuffy, like seeing that will be such a reminder of like our wedding. And yeah, I love it. I highly recommend it. And a lot of people were asking me how she did it. And she actually didn't send it off anywhere. She actually had her mom help her do it herself. She just like bought the stuffy and then cut some fabric and they sewed it. So I'm sure like if that's a little bit too much for you, you could like give it to a seamstress in town and they could easily do it. But highly recommend. But do you, to get back to it, would you change anything like that stands out for your vibe?
I don't think so. I was recently looking back at our photos. I forget why. And I feel like I just loved the vibe. And also, like, I feel like everyone had a good time, which was at the top of my list. Like, I just wanted people to come, have a good time. And yeah, no matter what, people are going to love your wedding. If you're planning a wedding right now, like, don't stress too much. It can be easy to get stressed about it, but no matter what, like, everyone's going to have the best time.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think it's a really great feeling to look back and like still love the pictures and the vibe. And I think both of us leaned into like our personalities, but kept it timeless. So there's so many ways to bring out your personality without it feeling like you're doing what everyone else is doing on social media.
Right.
That would be my piece of advice. But again, too, like if you're super into like whatever's trending, like just own it. Like do whatever makes you and your husband happy, or soon to be husband. But yeah, I love looking back at our wedding photos, like both, like even being all the weddings we were in as bridesmaids too. It's so fun.
It's so fun. Oh, that reminds me. I feel like bridesmaids are kind of like going out.
I know.
We've been to a couple of weddings where the bride didn't have bridesmaids, and it was like not a big deal at all. But it's just funny how like wedding, like traditional things can kind of ebb and flow.
Yeah. Okay. Before we end, like what are a few things I feel like kind of removed from the wedding world because I like it's not in my algorithm as much, but what are a few trendy things going on right now in the wedding world?
Okay. I would definitely say like going to the courthouse.
Yeah.
Like not even doing the whole shebang, maybe doing that and having a reception and like getting a photographer and like, I kind of love maybe not having bridesmaids and just like,
that's a really good one. That one's definitely like a hidden trend right now.
What else?
I'm trying to think. I definitely do think something that is trendy is like totally different bridesmaid dresses. If you do have like fabric and all that. Trying to think. I mean, I think this has been in for a while, but like still like the champagne tower is like
I love
a really popular trend, don't you think?
I love it. It's so classic.
I don't know. We're really like not in the wedding world to know like the little intricacies of, you know, I feel like I was seeing so much stuff when I was in that phase.
I feel like a lot of people are having fun with the cocktail hour, like doing different things.
That's a good one.
I would have loved to have one of those things where you ring a bell and then someone hands you champagne.
That would have went so on brand with your like wedding.
Yeah.
Like, cause you had that ivy wall too. That would have been perfect.
Yeah. Oh, well, next time.
Like one thing that was so trendy for so long was like the neon sign with like the name.
Yeah.
Like, isn't that crazy how that happens?
I feel like it's definitely not in it. Like you can do it and it's fine. It's not a bad thing if you do it, but it's not like but it was like
you have to have it.
Yeah.
So crazy. So if you are planning a wedding or you're bookmarking this for when you are, hopefully this helped you guys when just kind of putting the core together for your wedding. And we hope that it helped you, and tag us if we inspired you. Cause I love looking at people's different vibes.
Me too. It's so fun. Well, let's get into Girls Room. We have 3 submissions today. If you're not familiar, Girls Room is our advice segment where we give you advice. It's completely anonymous. We're going to do 3 today. First one. Hey girls, looking for some advice, and I feel like you both could bring interesting perspectives as women who are and aren't currently expecting. I've been married for 6 months and I always thought I'd want to start trying to conceive at like the year and a half mark of marriage. But now that that's getting closer, I'm suddenly worried about what if I actually don't want kids. The idea of giving up free time, sleep, etc. is scary now that it's close. I think my husband and I would be great parents, but also maybe could be happy without children. Does this make me a horrible person who definitely shouldn't have kids ever? Or maybe just see how I feel as time goes on? I've been dying to be a mom my whole life, so these second thoughts now that it's more realistic are freaking me out. I just cranked my neck when I was reading that.
Oh no. Are you going to have a knot?
Yeah, I really cranked it.
Oh, no.
I don't think that you're a horrible person for having those thoughts. I think that maybe it's just a sign that you aren't ready yet, and that's totally fine.
Mm-hmm. This is so hard.
I feel like you shouldn't jump to any conclusion right now.
I agree. There doesn't need to be a decision that's made, whether you just aren't not trying and like you're not like serious about protection or lack thereof, like, or you're not tracking, like, you know, whatever the case may be. But then I think if it happens, it's meant to be, or maybe you have a couple years and then you start to feel differently and you know, okay, like I am ready. Like I'm not fully ready, but I feel a lot more convicted than I did a couple years ago. I don't think you're a bad person. I don't think it's right or wrong. I think it's very normal to feel that, especially if you feel like you have a good thing going with your husband. And like, even, I mean, I'm days away and I'm there. I have that bittersweet feeling, like, just because I'm so excited because I know what's on the other side. It's hard to comprehend when you haven't experienced it, but it's still bittersweet to think about like your life in just the two of you kind of like coming to an end, you know?
Yeah. I think what you said, this person, like these thoughts are so valid. And would you say, Rose, that like there's never a time where you feel like 100% ready?
No,
like there's always.
I think there's always like fears and doubts and like, am I made for it? Like, can I do this? Like, am I ready? Like, do I want this? Even though you know you do deep down, but like when you really get like caught up, and I do think too, sometimes social media can like be almost a negative to this because you see it so real.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I just like got to a point where I was like around babies and I'm like, I want one for myself.
Mm-hmm.
Like I would be happy to be in that phase of life where like I'm engulfed in being with kids, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And I think that was my sign, even though I wasn't like I still like, I think how this girl feels is so normal.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
And like, maybe don't put such a tough timeline on yourself. Like,
yes, it sounds like she's stuck to the timeline and maybe that's like just causing all this pressure. Like maybe just let go of the timeline, see how you feel in a year or however long and go from there.
I agree.
Okay, next one. Hi, Do Girlies. I need your thoughts about a controversy topic, wearing shoes inside. I honestly only realized somewhat recently how controversial this was. I was raised in a shoes off household because ew, who wants outside ground germs all over the inside of your house and on furniture? It's absolutely disgusting. However, my boyfriend's family is a shoes on household. At his family's house, recently his mother told me, "Oh, don't worry, you can keep your shoes on." And I still took them off, but everyone else had them on. I just do not understand this at all. His parents were over at my parents' house once and we all had socks and slippers on and his parents still left their shoes on. I don't understand. Is there a polite and not weird way to tell guests in general that they need to take their shoes off in my house? Or do I have to deal with this and just clean like crazy after?
Oh my God, you have to be the one who answers this first.
Okay, I agree with okay, so I feel like my answer might be a little bit shocking to you. I agree with you that you should not have your shoes on in the house. You should not be sitting on your couch with your shoes on. Like, think about all of the dirt and germs and dog poop and like stuff on the bottom of your shoes and you're going to walk around your house in that? No. Mm-hmm. So like we always take our shoes off when we get home. I try not to wear them, but like things happen where I'm in my car. I'm like, oh, forgot something, I have to run in and go grab what I forgot. So like things like that. But for example, whenever we hosted Thanksgiving,
oh gosh,
I am such an outfit girl. Like the shoes make the outfit. And I was like, I feel kind of bad, like making people take off their shoes. Like they got dressed up to come here and we were only downstairs, like in the living room and in the kitchen. So I was just like, leave your shoes on. Like in that sense, I was fine with it.
wow, Rye.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
So just like cleaned like crazy after. No one had shoes. Like if people were going upstairs, like take your shoes off.
Yeah.
But I also think that if we were having people over and I was like, please take your shoes off at the door, that's also a totally acceptable thing to do.
I completely agree. I don't find it gross if it's not on like carpet or furniture. Because like the floor is going to be dirty regardless, in my opinion. Like I'm going to be cleaning it. Like sure, take the shoes off because my odds are that much better that like germs and gross stuff isn't being tracked through the house. But I think it's so like if you greet them at the door, like you can just be like, oh, like we're just dropping our shoes off right here. Like, can I take your jacket? Or like if they have something in their hand, like you can make it very not weird.
Yeah.
I definitely think it seems like some of the people in your life, you have to be like straightforward. I feel like I try to read the vibe of, but I definitely instinctually like want to take my shoes off just out of like, I don't even want to say respect because I don't think people do it disrespectfully, but just because I would like people to take their shoes off more.
Exactly. Like, oh, we're going upstairs. Let me take my shoes off. And even if they say, oh, no, you don't have to, like you do, because that's like,
yeah,
you
right.
just do. And yeah, the fact that your in-laws, it sounds like, kept their shoes on at your parents' house while like read the room.
Yeah, that's what shocks me the most. Like,
yeah.
Like you're seeing everyone in like slippers and shoes. And I agree, right? I'm the same way. Like if there's a package outside and I have like my indoor slippers on, like I'll step outside and like grab it and come in and I'm like, oh, dang it. Like now my slippers have like outdoor on it, but what are you going to do?
Yeah. You're still going to clean your floors. So
yeah.
like if there's a one-off situation, it's fine. But like generally no shoes in the house, except for there are some exceptions.
Yeah. I would say just don't feel weird if you want, like, I wouldn't like make a sign or something. I feel like that's where it comes off like kind of passive aggressive. But if anything, like just, I don't know, like I'm trying to think of like, what if someone like didn't take them off and now they're on because like they didn't like catch the vibe when they walked in. Like, what do you do?
Yeah, no, I'm really bad at that. Remember the guy with the Crocs on in my living room?
I know.
I feel like you have to catch it right when they get there because that's the most appropriate time to say like, oh, you can put your shoes right here. And then it's done and it's over with and their shoes are off. But then if you notice that they're on and you're like in the middle of the party, like calling them out, like take your shoes off.
Yeah. Like you have to just suffer through at that point.
Yeah.
There's this
but at that point, like, aren't you embarrassed if you're the only person with shoes on?
That's what I mean. Like, that's why I'm like hoping that no one would be that oblivious, but I guess it seems that people are. There's this one friend of ours that they just have like very like just bold, like open personalities. Like they say funny, outlandish stuff. And we went over to their house for a party and there was like a sign. It was like, take your shoes off, you nasty, or something like right by like where everyone had their shoes dropped. And I'm like, if that's your personality, it's funny because like, I don't know, just figure out what works best for you. If you just have to be the door police and be there every time someone's like walking in to like make sure they take them off, that's what I would do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Tragina.
Okay. Last one. Let me pull it up.
Oh, whoops. I thought that was our last one. Sorry, I was yapping on.
Oh, no, that's okay. The last one's kind of short. It just says, will you please do a restock on your trucker hats? I'm so sad I missed out on those. It's the perfect hat. I agree. It's the perfect hat. It's so cute for gals and guys.
It really is. It is definitely gender neutral.
A lot of our friends will snap like their boyfriends or fiancés wearing it. And it makes me so happy.
Me too. So if it was like 100% in our control, we would do it for sure. We can definitely talk with the brand that we made them through. If that's something that you guys want, let us know. Because obviously, as much as I would love to do it just for this listener, we'd want to make sure it's worth it.
Yeah, I've gotten a couple people asking about a restock, so we'll have to talk with the brand. I know eventually we want to do merch like on our own. So you guys will have to let us know when we get to 10K. We're slowly but surely chugging away. You guys will have to let us know like what kind of merch you would want. Like we got to give the listeners what they want.
I know. Oh, that'll be so fun.
So fun. Maybe we can make onesies for the baby doos.
Oh, baby doos. What are they going to be called? The baby doos is kind of cute.
I don't know.
Baby doos. Oh my gosh.
We'll have to think about it.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah. So let us know. That'll be so fun when that day comes. But yeah, let's figure out if we should request a restock.
Okay. Yeah, we'll let you know. But I think that concludes our happy hour. Thank you guys so much for spending this time with us. We hope you enjoyed the episode. As always, feel free to like, subscribe, leave a review, join the Patreon, all the things.
Yes. And I'm going to leave us with the cheers to finding your perfect wedding vibe. And if you're not in the season, hopefully you still enjoyed it as a girly chat. But cheers to that. What a fun season of life if you're in that season. And we, of course, will see you same time, same place next week. We love you guys.
Bye.